You're watching RTV News with me, Jane Mutoni. Parliamentarians have asked the Ministry of Infrastructure to expose those who played a role in the biogas projects that failed to attain its objectives, causing the government and the general public heavy losses. In Karongi district of Western Province, powerful storms swept the roofs of 8 classrooms and the staff room of Groupe Scolaire Chibuye, triggering the partial collapse of some walls. A very warm welcome to the news in details now. Parliamentarians have asked the Ministry of Infrastructure to expose those who played a role in the biogas projects that failed to attain its objectives, causing the government and the general public heavy losses. Take a look.
The call was made as Dr. Ernest Sabimana appeared before the parliamentarians to provide verbal explanations on what went wrong with the projects, as was outlined in the Auditor General's report of 2019-2020. The problems arose after the biogas projects were handed over to districts for management and implementation, with the Rwanda Energy Group and the Energy Development Corporation providing technical assistance, but 52% of the 9,647 facilities ended up not working.
Ingamba Minisiteri y'Ibikorwa Remezo ifite ndetse zaranatangiye hari inyigo irimo gukorwa.
Measures have begun to be implemented by the Ministry of Infrastructure concerning this matter, and a contractor has been hired to carry out a survey concerning all of the problems that arose with those biogas projects, with each project classified according to the issue that arose, be it mismanagement, technical problems, or even if it was the design of the project itself. I can therefore assure you, Honorable Speaker, that in no more than 3 months everything will come to light and solutions found.
Biogas ikibazo cyagiye kibaho ndetse n'uburyo bwo kugira ngo icyo kibazo gikemuke.
The Auditor General's report over the years also showed incidents of funds meant for the projects never being used for what they were meant for, such as in Gicumbi and Gachenye districts where more than 30 million Rwandan francs was not used and another 17 million in Nyabihu.
Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker, during those 2 months of the inquiry, I ask that answers to do with accountability also be provided pertaining to these losses. They were obviously caused by individuals and they must be known. I ask the Honourable Minister that during those 2 months, those individuals are held accountable for those losses.
That's our Honourable Minister,
Assurances were given that anyone involved in wrongdoing will be brought to book.
Muri za systeme uko amafaranga yagiye akoreshwa biba bigaragara ntago ari ikintu gisaba.
How the money was used is indicated in the systems, and it is not at all difficult to pull up those records. Honourable Speaker, Honourable Parliamentarians, we will work with the concerned authorities and provide the relevant information so that this matter is resolved and those who played a role in it are punished.
Ibibazo byose abibonerwa ibisubizo ndetse n'ababigizemo uruhare nabo bashobore kuba ababihanirwa.
The parliamentarians were satisfied by the verbal explanations that were provided by the minister.
In Karongi district of Western Province, powerful storms swept the roofs of 8 classrooms and the staff of Groupe Scolaire Chibuye, triggering the partial collapse of some walls. Now 11 students were injured and treated at Kibuye Hospital, 9 of them having been discharged. The remaining 2 have remained in hospital to undergo scans. The principal of the school told us that the buildings that lost their roofs were built in 1964 and that Groupe Scolaire Chibuye now needs assistance to replace all of the scholastic materials that were damaged by water. The storm also hit Burera district in the northern province, where it also damaged classrooms and farms. Moving on, from Thursday 10th to 11th March, the Rwandan Parliament will host the 77th session of the African Parliamentary Union Executive Committee that was founded in 1976 in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. The forum is made up of 41 member states. It consists of 3 bodies, namely the Presidential Council, the Executive Secretariat, and the Executive Committee meeting that happens twice each year, which is hosted by Rwanda and expected to help improve the cooperation among the members of Parliament. Now, the Speaker of the Chamber of Deputies, Mukabalisa Donatil, said that this forthcoming meeting is a great opportunity for Rwanda to showcase its achievements.
Hari ikiganiro ku miyoborere myiza no ku mateka y'igihugu cyacu
There will be talks on good leadership, the history of our country, and the 21 years journey of rebuilding, striving for unity and reconciliation among Rwandans, the good leadership we choose, and the role that citizens play in it. There will also be talks on the measures that Rwanda took in combating the COVID-19 pandemic, whether in terms of health, economic development, and these talks will be delivered by the Minister of Health and the Minister of Finance and Economic Planning. There will also be discussions on the implementation of the agreement on the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, and will be delivered by the Minister of Trade and Industry. So this is a big deal, because as the members of the parliament discuss, cooperate and learn from one another, we believe that those who will attend will learn so much from it in terms of finding solutions to the existing challenges. Month-long activities have begun at the Imbuga City Walk here in Kigali, aimed at promoting the French language. To start, an exhibition featuring comic books and designs has been launched, written and drawn by Rwandans and foreigners. The event has been organized thanks to a collaboration between the Belgium Embassy here in Rwanda and the Rwandan Ministries of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Youth and Culture, as well as Rwanda Cultural Heritage Academy.
When a story is written in this style of graphic novels, people get more curious as they are looking at these graphics, so they attract them and they don't get tired of the story. So they can read the story quickly, and most of these graphic novels, they are shorter than these bigger books. So the stories, the readers get more excited and can read many stories because they are just being interested in these graphics.
On Wednesday in Kigali City, there was an establishment of partnership of an Israeli company, Elbit Systems, of a Rwandan company, Locus Dynamics, where the joint venture is called Elbit Dynamics for Cybersecurity and Cyber Academy. CD Patel reports.
In Rwanda, 90% of sectors are working without cyber protocol in place. In order to lower the risks of cyber attacks, Elbit Systems has come to Rwanda for a joint venture in order to provide cyber products, cyber services and cyber academy. The joint venture will focus on research, development and delivery of advanced technological solutions, mainly in areas such as artificial intelligence, security and protection of critical infrastructure and assets. Elbit Systems is an Israeli defense contractor which operates globally. This company has a business of about $5 billion per annum. Vice President of Elbit Systems in Cyber Intelligence and Chairman of Elbit Dynamics, Mr. Yoav Her, lists out services provided by Elbit Systems and how it works.
We invest in the Rwandan talent, we invest in people in Rwanda to be able to carry that capabilities and that knowledge into the Rwanda's market and maybe beyond to other close countries. And basically lead the capability to fight cyber. Today it's the #1 threat globally for any businesses. It's financial risk, it's a business continuity risk. It's really a significant, challenging threat that is an ongoing. It's changing and evolving all the time. And the solution is not coming just by delivering technology, it's also by delivering people who can be updated and capable to fight today's war and tomorrow's war in cybercrime. And that's really the intention and the focus in Elbit Dynamics.
Mr. Ron Adam, the ambassador of Israel to Rwanda, gives us a note what to expect from this partnership and where the cyber products will be used.
We have some partnerships going on in agriculture, in water management, in tourism, in education and health, but now this partnership involves employment of Rwandans and also production of a product, and this is the main thing in partnership, not only buying and selling but also something that stays here and benefit the Rwandan economy. So we are going to actually build a new generation skilled on, I would say, cyber warriors and protectors for government, for intelligence, for army, as well as for civilian infrastructure.
Dr. Wilson Kagabo, the managing director of Locus Dynamics, says the joint venture will serve as a hub for digitalization and AI technologies and innovative solutions for Rwanda and beyond. They are offering cybersecurity, AI, homeland security, and these services are supported by 2 centers: Cyber Academy to build knowledge and training, and cybersecurity from directors to decision makers. He talks about where cybersecurity will be established first.
Finance industry, critical infrastructure, this is utilities and aviation sector, this is airlines, airports. These are things that we want to focus on. And anything in between.
The linkage between artificial intelligence and cyber is what Elbit Dynamics will be linking in the near future. Cyber incidents, business interruption, natural catastrophes, pandemic outbreak, changes in regulations and legislations are the top business risks where they will be curbed in the near future. Siddhi Patel, RTV News.
Thank you, CD, for that report. Now, Broadband Systems Corporation has provided smartphones to the demobilized soldiers with disabilities in Rusheshe village, located in Kichukiro district, which will help them in providing information on how the country is developing. Now, this was done in the partnership with Demobilization and Reintegration Commission.
Disabled soldiers living in Rusheshe village located in Kichukiro district were given smartphones which will help them in getting different services without moving, and they are also happy about that.
I thank people who have thought about us. It was hard for us to reach Masaka to get some services, and roads are not even good. So these smartphones will help us to access different services while at home, and they will even relieve us from walking long distances.
The privileges that my late husband would get, I get them as a wife, and this helped me to improve my standards of living with my family. I'm disabled. Therefore, it was hard for me to walk long journey to get different services. I'm so happy that this smartphone will help me to access some services, and I will be able to communicate to the family. The Chief Executive Officer of BSC, Muhirwa Christian, noted that this program will continue to different parts of the country, as he explains.
So we are here partnering with the Commission to provide not only smartphones, 50 smartphones in this case, to the beneficiaries. In addition, we are also providing them with connectivity that will enable them to get connected to different services.
The program is being rolled out across the country with a focus in the areas with different infrastructures like electricity and internet. The Commission also noted that the area which have not received the smartphones will also receive them.
We chose to give out 50 because we are saying maybe we think that if those devices are well taken care of and are well used, they are going to help our beneficiaries not only to access markets, but also to access information with regard to any opportunity they want to access if that opportunity is not available here.
The smartphones that were given to the people are 50, and this is the third time that this program of giving out phones is practiced by the Demobilization and Integration Commission with their partners. Betty Mutoni, RTV News.
Moving on, disaster-stricken people in Kigali city are calling for basic assistance as it is getting to a month with them being accommodated by their neighbors. Now, the Ministry of Emergency Management, MINEMA, stresses that it is in the process of solving the issue. Innocent Mugawa reports.
On February 16th in Bumbogo sector, Gasabo district, heavy rains destroyed the community and all the furniture they had in the house. When you reach the area, people still come to check on where they used to call home. Now what was left is a trench. It's now getting to a month with these people seeking refuge from their neighbors. Nyirarugendo Brigitte gave refuge to a family of 12 affected by the disasters. Nyirarugendo and her colleagues, who have been instrumental in helping their neighbors, state that those affected by the disasters need help in order to provide social assistance to their hosts. In Gasabo district, about 100 families were affected by the disasters. Of these, 68 houses were completely destroyed. The authority of the district stresses that they conducted a census of those in need of basic assistance and referred it to the Ministry of Emergency Management. The Ministry of Emergency Management states that its officials are currently in the process of inspecting the area to see if the residents are receiving the help that was advocated by the local authorities.
Mu gihe cy'imvura ntabwo mu by'ukuri bavuga yuko ugiye gutangira
We are in the rainy season. That is why it is still challenging to construct houses for them. So that is why they are still accommodated by their neighbors. But together with the district authority, we are in the process of renting them houses. Making renovations is also still challenging due to the fact that sometimes it is due to the lack of the needed materials and easy accessibility of the area. Heavy rains in early 2022 killed 61 people, destroyed 641 homes, and damaged crops and property and severely damaged infrastructure. More than 1,000 families are in need of house repairs and housing for those that their houses were completely destroyed by the disasters. Innocent Mugabo, RTV News.
Well, there you have it. On behalf of the entire news production team, thank you so much for your company. I'm Jane Mutoni. Bye for now.